The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. Getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a fleeting vapor and a snare of death. Whoever loves pleasure will be a poor man. He who loves wine and oil will not be rich. Precious treasure and oil are in the wise man's dwelling, but the foolish man devours it. The desire of the sluggard kills him, for his hand refused to labor. All day long he craves and craves, but the righteous gives and does not hold back. Today we're going to learn several principles from these verses: planning and impulsiveness. Now, klaro sa verse 5 makuturan that Solomon talks about a person who is diligent, who made plans, and a person who is in haste or who is in hurry in doing or making decisions without planning. The plans of the diligent, ang diligent is a person who is wise, a person who is godly, who is smart, who has possessed that godly wisdom, and that person doesn't do anything without consultation or not even having plans. That's the difference. May mga tao makuturan nga wala ka plano. Pero anong problema kung wala ka plano? Si Solomon naghata sa sa idea na kung wala kita ka plano, wala gid usually sing maayo nga katuan sa unahan. Having plans is commendable. We understand that it is the Lord who made it possible. It is the Lord who gives success in everything that we plan. But having that one is commendable. What he said here is that the plans of the diligent, the smart person, the godly person who possesses this wisdom from God, knows how to plan. Before he does anything, he plans. Labi ng Kristohanon dapat, amo na. Maghimo kita desisyon, wala kita tani, game mo desisyon mo ito, wala ginaplanuhan. No? Anong problema sa second line? But everyone who is hasty, the person who is in hurry, a person who is impulsive in doing things, anong matabo sa unahan? Comes only to poverty. Why? Kaya wala mo ginaisip no? If you have projects, if you want to do something, mauturan, kag wala mo ginaisip ang costs sina, wala mo ginaisip kung ano ang matabo sa unahan, wala mo ginaplanuhan, ano matabo sa unahan? Will you expect good things? No. Kasi kita mga Kristiyano, wala kita ginasad yung tudluan mauturan niya na magpalagpat lang, di ba? Yung tudluan kita yung magplano, mga muyo, anay sa Diyos, magkonsulta sa Diyos, anong gusto nimo, lantawon nimo kung anong cost sa inyong obrahon atong handom. Number 2, from verse 6 makuturan, getting a treasure by a lying tongue is a fleeting vapor and a snare of death. Anong prinsipyo sini? So this is gaining by deception is vain. Simply, ang iya nga prinsipyo mo klaro diri. Ari may tao nga gusto mangaranon, may tao nga gusto makakuha sang manggad, pero ang iya nga maagi makuturan, instead of working hard, but this person is just want to have an easy money, he is deceiving people. He uses his tongue by lying just to get these treasures, these important things, valuable things. So athag na. May handom siya, magkuha sang manggad, pero yung way sa pagkuha sa manggad, hindi mataro mauturan, pero malaot, paagi sa pagpanginto makauturan. Kaya anong maayos na? Iba na manggaranon, kay grabe ang mga binuti, grabe pa pangintong himo nila. Now remember this, Solomon is saying, getting treasures by a lying tongue is like a fleeting vapor. It is vain. Anong na how? It's like holding something that is not yours. That is not yours. You take it by lies. Wala na pulos, that is vacuum. It seems to be a success, but that is not a success. It seems to be valuable, that is valuable. But he warns these people, hambal niya, that is vanity and that is a snare of death. Usually, ang mga tao nga manginto, no, kadamo na nabalita, ang mga tao mahilig manginto, mga tao mahilig mauturan magbinuting sa mga tao just to get something. Usually, nagkalamatay. Ngaman, ginapamatay, no, ang ilang pagpanginto, nagresulta mauturan sa ilang kamatayon. Whoever loves pleasure will be a poor man. He who loves wine and oil will not be rich. Anong picture sa ni? Anong prinsipyo sa ni? This is the person who loves vices. And Solomon want to tell the people about vices and its devastating outcome. Now, having to enjoy, right? To be happy, to be glad, to have joy, is not wrong. This wine, of course, culturally, it was accepted. But having this, and this, ang word ng oil demoton, it's like having perfume, right? Mga expensive perfume. Having this is not wrong. Ano na karon sa verse 24, verse 20. Pero ang problema sini. The problem is loving it. Hindi lang having it, but loving it. Solomon is talking about these people who loves, whose affection is in these things. Pleasure. Kaya nga pleasure, nila niya basa-basang kalipay, but this is something that is not godly, that is sinful nga pleasure mga uturan. Iya nga mind, iya heart, na focus lang siya personal na kalipay, sa personal nga iya nga kagustuhan, iya kalipay lamang. And here comes wine, intoxication, here comes an expensive perfume. Anong Solomon? If the person's love is on these things, is on earthly pleasure, is on earthly things, in these things that can give you, and give a person feeling na okay siya, nanamit, hambal niya, that person will be poor man. And that person will not be rich. There is no promise of economic increase in that sense. Because that is the effect of vices. The vices will always lead to a devastating outcome. Damo na. No, reality, damo mga tao nga itong kilala. Ang tao ito nabalaan makuturan, no? Usually, ang mga tao nga bisyoso, wala magigayuhan sa ulihin. Bisan magmangaranon pa na, pero may bisyo gani. Ang bisyo magdalagi na sa tao sang kalautan, magdalagi na sa tao makuturan sa kalaglagan. The precious treasure and oil are in the house, in the wise man's dwelling, but a foolish man devours it. Anong picture sa ni? This is having treasures and waste. This is about a person is wise. Ang kabalo siya magtipon, kabalo siya magtipig, bahuturan siya nga mga possessions. Kaya ang person naman nga buang-buang hambal ni Solomon, nga instead makuturan kabalo siya magtipig sa mga bagay niya, what he does is that he just wasted it. Kaya mo nang kinalain diri, no? Ang tao nga may kahadlok sa Dios, ang tao nga may kaalam sa Dios, kabalo mag-value kung anong ginahatag sa Dios sa iya makauturan. Kaya ang person nga buang-buang, whatever he has, if he have treasure, if he have these valuable things, yung obrahon niya, he doesn't value it. He just wasted it. Ang mga pictures ang devours it, opposite sa duha ka person. Then, principle number 5, the sluggard and the righteous. Anong difference naman sa duha? Verse 25. The desire of the sluggard kills him. Now, may handom. Ang tamaran nga tao, may handom siya. Gusto niya gina matabo. O gusto niya kautulan ng matabo, amo ko nung mapatay siya. Nga man, kaya iya kamot, hindi mag-obra, hindi gusto mga budlay. May handom siya, gusto niyang malambot niya, pero hindi siya mabangabudlay. Amo na posible ang verse 6 magkauturan, no? Manginto na lang siya, mang-deceive na lang siya para maangkon niya ang manggad niya. But what happened? It will lead the person. No? Iban gusto lang isimani, hindi mga budlay. Pero anong yung warnings na? Hindi nga handom, amo na makapatay sa imo. Amo na makapatay sa mga tamaran. Kaya gusto lang sa handom, hasta lang sa handom, pero wala nagpangabudlay. Hambal ni Solomon sa next verse begin, all day long he craves, gusto niya, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. That's the difference. Di malambot, kay nga man, wala man siya gagiho. Para man Solomon sa next line, but the righteous, the difference between the two is that the righteous gives. Why? Because the righteous know how to plan. The righteous knows how to keep things, right? Ang previous principle ta, kabalo magplano, kabalo magtipig sa mga butang makuturan, kay may ara ang righteous, hambal ni Solomon, ang righteous makahatag. Kag wala na siya gapangindi, wala siya ga-hold back makuturan. Kay ang righteous, kibalo, nga bisan maghatag siya, hindi siya mapigaduhan, kay kahibalo siya kung anong ginahimo niya makuturan. Amo nang kinalain sa tao nga malaot, sa tao nga wala kahadlok sa Dios, ang sa tao nga buang-buang makuturan, wala nagapossess ang kaalam sa Dios. Remember this, it is the Lord who brings victory. It is the Lord who brings success. Our part is to prepare. Our part is to plan. But remember, it is the Lord who gives victory to His people. This is God's word for you today.